The Bharat Jodo Yatra has reached the Mandya district in Karnataka, and joining us to speak about the Yatra is Congress leader Jairam Ramesh.
Well, today we are on the 30th day of the Yatra, exactly a month since we started in Kanyakumari, the 6th day in Karnataka. We've covered over 690 kilometers. The response in Tamil Nadu was very good. The response in Kerala was tremendous. I was a little, not sure about the response in Karnataka. It's a BJP-ruled state. Dirty Tricks Department will be working overtime. But in the 6 days, the response that we have got in Karnataka has exceeded all expectations. And an index of that is the nervousness of the BJP, both in the state and at the center. So I think the response of the people in the evenings, we walk on an average 21 kilometers a day, 13 kilometers in the morning and 8 kilometers in the evening. 4 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the evening, 4.5 hours in the evening. Morning, we get about, 3,000 to 4,000 people, largely party workers, party people who are mobilized by the party. But in the evening, we get, 40,000, 50,000. And Mysuru was just absolutely, out of this world when Mr. Rahul Gandhi spoke in the rain. And yesterday in Mandya, when Mrs. Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, was present. So I think in 30 days, I have always believed that the Bharat Jodo Yatra was a transformational moment in Indian politics. And certainly it was a life giver, not a life saver, it's a life giver for the Congress. And I think that's pretty much been the story so far.
But why do you say the BJP is nervous? It is not like a lot of top leadership of the BJP has even talked about the Yatra, or they don't even acknowledge the Yatra most times.
No, they've low-level flunkies, so, sorry to use the word, but that's what they are. And some cabinet ministers, who specialize in spreading lies. One particular cabinet minister who wears big glasses said that, Mr. Rahul Gandhi went to Kanyakumari and didn't go and visit the Vivekananda Rock Memorial.
अरे अगर कन्याकुमारी से चले तो कम से कम इतनी निर्लज्जता तो ना दिखाते, स्वामी विवेकानंद जी को प्रणाम कर कर तो बताते, लेकिन वो भी राहुल गांधी को स्वीकार नहीं, क्योंकि स्वामी विवेकानंद राष्ट्र संत हैं, गांधी खानदान के सदस्य नहीं.
Whereas the fact is that he started the Bharat Jodo Yatra at 3 p.m. from the Vivekananda Rock Memorial. So, they will continue to, raise all sorts of issues, trivial issues, container, t-shirts, socks, banyan, underwear, whatever. And, taking out full-page ads in the Kannada newspapers, full of lies and innuendos. This is par for the BJP course. We are prepared for it. Where it needs to be responded, we will respond. Most of it does not require a response. But like yesterday, they put out a poster of the Bharat Jodo Yatra with a photograph of Veer Savarkar. I mean, that's clearly the handiwork of the dirty tricks department of the BJP. But this, these are all side shows. The fact is that today, the narrative in Indian politics is being set by the Bharat Jodo Yatra. And you're seeing the real Rahul Gandhi emerge. The real Rahul Gandhi. Not a new Rahul Gandhi. The real Rahul Gandhi emerge.
So does that mean the Bharat Jodo Yatra is more about Rahul Gandhi than the Congress?
Absolutely not. Mr. Gandhi from day one has been saying this is not my yatra. Although he described this yatra as his tapasya. But it's not his yatra. And Mr. Gandhi, there's an old saying attributed to Nelson Mandela. Don't walk behind me, I will not lead. Don't walk in front of me, I won't follow. Walk with me and I will walk with you. And that's what the Bharat Jodo Yatra is all about. 120 Bharat Yatris. Average age is 38. 1/3 are women. And of course, it's natural that the public focus and the media focus and the political focus is on Mr. Rahul Gandhi. But this is more than Mr. Rahul Gandhi. It is the Congress party, it's the organization at the block level, at the district level, at the state level, mobilizing itself to make this yatra a success.
So one criticism which Rahul Gandhi has always faced from the media is that he's not a full-time politician. Is this also a sort of counter for that?
Well, I think that's a caricature. It's a lampooning of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. A part-time politician is not going to walk 21 kilometers a day for 30 days in a row, live in a container, very abstemious sort of a container. So I think this is a lot of caricature and lampooning of Mr. Gandhi that has gone on by the troll army, the IT cell. And IT, the cell stands for I troll cell of the BJP. So, but I think the Bharat Jodo Yatra is really finally beginning to see the real Mr. Gandhi. He's engaged. He's engaged with the Yatra. He's engaged with people. He's engaged in his interactions with different sections of society, civil society. So, but it's a collective endeavor. I don't want to reduce this Bharat Jodo Yatra to one individual. And I don't think that individual also wants it to be seen that way. But it is a collective endeavor. It's a collective enterprise of the Congress party.
If you look at what the Bharat Jodo Yatra wants to achieve, what would you say? Is it electoral gains? Is it to bring the party together?
No, it is not a Chunav Jito Yatra. It's a Bharat Jodo Yatra. And why are we doing the Bharat Jodo Yatra? Because the BJP is todoing Bharat because of economic inequality, because of social polarization, and because of political over-centralization. Because BJP is todoing Bharat, the Congress has set out to ensure that Bharat does not get todoed. And the counterpart to that is the Bharat Jodo Yatra. So we are highlighting issues of economic inequality, price rise, unemployment, GST, monopoly power. We are raising issues of social polarization, religion, caste, language, dress, food. And we are raising the issue of political over-centralization, where states are being given the go-by, all power is concentrated in the Prime Minister, the constitution is being ignored, constitutional bodies are being weakened. So it's because, in Hindi you would say, the niyat and the niti, both of the Prime Minister, the niyat of the Pradhan Mantri and the niti of the Pradhan Mantri has turned out to be toxic. And it has resulted in these the problems that I have told you, which are weakening India, which are tearing India apart. And that's why we need a Bharat Jodo Yatra. It's nothing to do with elections. It's nothing to do with state elections. Will it have an impact on state elections? I can't say. Will it have an impact on 2024? I can't say. Will it have an effect on opposition unity? I can't say. But the primary purpose of the Bharat Jodo Yatra, it's a yatra mounted by India's oldest political party for a non-partisan cause. And the non-partisan cause is India must wake up to economic inequality, social polarization, and political over-centralization. And the RSS leaders themselves are using the language that the Bharat Jodo Yatra is using.
So I have two more questions. You said that these are the motives of the Bharat Jodo Yatra, right? I mean, I'm sure you've been asked this many times before, but if these were the motives, you want to speak to people about economic disparity, about communalism, etc., have you not chosen a safer route for the Yatra?
See, our motives are, yes, it's a combination of altruism and is also a combination of organizational necessity. We need to galvanize the organization. We need a mass contact program. We need to rejuvenate and revitalize the Congress party. And the Bharat Jodo Yatra is a very powerful instrument for breathing new life into an organization that has faced multiple crises and has faced a very serious crisis in the last 8 years.
You chose the green routes than the red routes.
No. You mean the route that we selected?
Yes.
No. The route that was selected was, we looked at 5 different routes. The route that we selected was finally based on geography, logistics, security.
And where you're considerably strong.
No, absolutely not. It just so happens that we are strong in the south. But we are getting into Maharashtra. We're getting into Madhya Pradesh. We're getting into parts of UP. We're getting into Rajasthan where we are in power. So this got nothing to do with electoral gains. I mean, for example, the Yatra is not going through Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh. Because there's no way, if you start the Yatra on the 7th of September, even if you have a 56-inch chest, you will not reach Gujarat within 90 days. So by the time the elections are over. No, the route selection was not political. The route selection was purely based on geography, logistics, and, as I said, security consideration, because Mr. Gandhi enjoys the highest level of protection, security cover. So these were the factors that went into the selection of the route. Nothing to do with politics. Maybe next year we will have Porbandar to Parashuram Kund Yatra. Who knows?
And maybe you will walk a little slower.
Well, he wants to walk 25 kilometers a day.
Yes, it was really tiring.
The only man who can match his pace is Mr. Digvijay Singh, whom I call Field Marshal Digvijay Singh. Because, he walks at the same pace as Mr. Gandhi. They want to cover 25 kilometers a day. We are doing 21 kilometers a day, by the way. And we started the Bharat Jodo Yatra beginning at 7 a.m. Mr. Gandhi wanted to start at 6 a.m. The compromise was, in typical Indian style, if it's not 6 or 7, let's do it at 6:30. So we are starting the yatra at 6:30.
My final question, how do you see the elections for the Congress president? There is a lot of talk that there is an official candidate, while the party keeps saying no.
In the movie world, there is a morning show, there's an afternoon show, matinee show, and there's an evening houseful show. The evening houseful show is the Bharat Jodo Yatra. The organizational elections are morning shows and matinee shows. They are side shows. The main narrative for the Congress party is not the organizational election. The main narrative for the Congress party is the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Also, there is a narrative embedded in the organizational election. We are the only party that has elections for the post of the president. We have an independent election authority. Elections are being held on the 17th. Personally speaking, I would have preferred a consensus to emerge, because I'm a great believer in the Kamraj model of creating a consensus. That's how Kamraj selected a successor to Jawaharlal Nehru, and that's how he selected a successor to Lal Bahadur Shastri. But that was not possible. Elections became inevitable. But these are side shows. The main Sanjeevani for the Congress is the Bharat Jodo Yatra.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jairam Ramesh. So, everything else is a side show. It is the Bharat Jodo Yatra, which is the main stake for the Congress. This is Dhanya Rajendran from Mandya in Karnataka.